Hi, my name is Paulie Z, and in this video we are going to learn the intro to Highway to Hell by acdc. It's a classic riff that sounds easy to play, but it's a little tricky rhythmically. So we're going to get through that and make sure that you play perfectly. Anyway, enough talk. Let's just play the darn thing. Okay, so the song is in the key of A. Now, one thing that I want to discuss real quick is if you try to play it with the actual recording, you'll notice you're a little bit out of tune. And it's not that they're tuned differently. It's that the recording, back in those days, this happened a lot. They probably slowed down the recording or sped it up. They changed the tempo, and it's not like we have digital capabilities now that we can just easily do that. Back then, they actually had to slow the tape down or the tape or speed the tape up, which affects the tuning a little bit. Okay, so just know it is actually in A, all right? And when they play live, you'll notice that they're in A. But if you try to play with the recording, it'll be a little out of tune. All right, so that being said, let's start with a nice big A power chord, open A power chord. Now, for those that don't know how to play that, I want to show you real quick. So you do open 5th string, and then you lay your first finger down. This is the rock power chord, okay, as opposed to like a nice big A open chord. We don't want that. We want a nice tight power rock and roll power chord. So take your first finger, lay it down on the 2nd fret of the 4th, the 3rd, and the 2nd strings. Okay, now you don't necessarily need to play that 2nd string, and it'd probably sound better without it. Okay, but have it there anyway in case you overstrum and you hit that string, and it's still in there, okay? But let's focus mainly on the 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings. So you have your open A power chord. You're going to hit that 3 times, and then stop. Okay, now that sounds simple, but rhythmically it's actually a little tricky because it actually starts before the 1. Okay, most songs would start on beat number 1. This one starts a little bit before it, and it also starts on an upbeat. So it is trickier than you think. So let me just show you real quick. The way to play it is you have to hear the first 3 clicks, whether you were playing live and the drummer gives you 3 hits on a hi-hat, or if you're playing to a click track, you need 1, 2, 3 as your reference, and then you hit those 3, that power chord. Okay, you hit those 3 notes, but the rhythm of it would be and 4 and. So you have the first 3 reference, 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 1, 2, 3. See that? Again, let's just practice that for a second. 1, 2, 3, and 4 and stop. 2, 3. Okay. Now, the next part is the bulk of the riff. It's this inverted D chord that goes to a G chord. Now, there are a few ways to do it. I've seen multiple people do it multiple ways. I used to do it differently when I was younger, but then when I started really watching Angus's hands, I realized that he was doing it slightly different. So I started doing it closer to the way he does it, but I still do it a little bit different. The way he does it, just so you know, is he has this pinky on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and his 2nd finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and his first finger on the 6th string, 2nd fret. And together, when you strum, without hitting the 1st string, you want that muted. Okay, let the pinky mute that. That chord is a D over F sharp, or D/F sharp, which is basically a D chord with F sharp in the bass. You don't really need to know that, but you need to understand that there are a couple ways to play it. You could do it with a D chord and use your thumb, because that's the way I used to do it. But the way he does it is like this. Okay? The other main thing to know is that the 5th string needs to be muted. See that? Mute, and then open. Oh. And then 1st string, also muted. That's very important so you don't get notes in there that you don't want. Now you're going to hit that 2 times and then switch to the G chord. And Angus uses his 3rd finger. I use my 2nd finger. I'm going to use my 2nd finger for this video because it's more comfortable for me. But you have the choice, 2nd or 3rd finger. So you put it on the 6th string, 3rd fret, which is G. Still mute the 5th string. Now you have this 4th string open, 3rd string open, okay, because now you release that that other finger, so that 3rd string is open, and the pinky stays where it is, and 1st string is still muted. So you have this G, okay? So from the D, the inverted D, 2 times, 1 time G. Stop. Got it? That's the hardest part right there chord-wise. Now rhythmically, it's the same as the first part. It's and, for, and. Interestingly enough, it's exactly the same. So let's put it into context. I'll play it, and then I'll actually tap it out. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3. Okay? And if I tapped it, it would be this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3. Good. Remember, if you can say it, then you can play it. So I really stress the importance of tapping it out and being able to actually verbally say the rhythm. That'll help you so much when you're playing. Now, we go back to that inverted D chord, and we do the same thing 2 times and then 1 time to the G, but we're going to do that back to back, twice in a row. Okay? Notice I stop that G short every time. So, so let's go from the top, and then I'll show you the rhythm. Now 2 in a row. Good. Rhythmically speaking, rhythmically speaking, what we have there is this: 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. So 1 and 3 are silent there, okay? And 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. Okay, tap it out, and then we'll go on to the last part, and then we're done. Let's see if you can say it. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. Good. Now we're ready for the end. Go back to the D / F sharp chord, but this time you only hit it once, 1 time, and then go back to our open A power chord 2 times. Okay? All right, let's put it together, because out of context it might sound a little weird, but when you hear it together, it makes sense. So from the top, no rhythm, just playing it, okay? 2 in a row. Now 1 and 2. And then repeat. And notice how sharp I'm making those notes. Rhythmically speaking, they're very tight, okay? The staccato, there's space in between them. So don't let them ring out. Make them nice and tight. Okay, so the rhythm on that last little piece, okay, would be like this. Let's just rewind a little bit. Go to the part where it goes 2 in a row, and 4, and 2, and 1. That's the last part. And 1. It's better when you do the whole thing together. So let's try it from here. Ready? With the fingers. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 1, 2. Repeat. And 4, and 1. A little faster. And 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2, and 1, 2, 3. If you're saying it right and you're using your fingers, you should notice you'll land on 1 every time, and you'll start building that rhythmic confidence that you need to play it accurately, okay? Once you can do it that way, once you can say it, then you can play it. All right, so let's try it now. Let's do it 4 times. We'll get faster each time, just so you can see how that sounds. And I will count the first couple, and then I'll stop counting, just so we can feel it. All right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 1. A little faster now. And 4, and no counting. And in your head. A little faster now. Last one. Good. Very, very good. All right. Remember, start slow. Get the confidence that you need. Then start building it up faster. But the main thing is to understand that rhythm. Once you got the rhythm and once you know how long or how short to hold each note or each chord, then you're going to be on your way to be playing it better than most people, okay? Accurately and confidently. All right, so that is Highway to Hell by acdc. I hope you enjoyed that. All right, that's all for now. If you like this video, please click like, share it, subscribe, and leave a nice comment. Also, if you click the link below, you can check out more of my free videos as well as a ton of live performance videos and my premium training courses. All right, as always, it's been my pleasure working with you, and I'll see you soon.